Welcome to KRA's The Hub, the official podcast of KRA Corporation. And now get ready to hear workforce topics and trends you need to know on the go.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of KRA's The Hub. This is Doug Foresta. Of course, I'm joined by Jonathan Overall. Today, our special guest is Derrick Colbert, Director of Strategic Partnerships at KRA. Jonathan, Derrick, great to be here with you.
Derrick, it's great to be with you. Doug, it's always great to be with you as well.
Thank you both for having me. It's great to be with both of you this afternoon.
I'm excited today as we have an opportunity to feature someone, Derrick, who is a colleague of mine with KRA. And I'm excited for today's conversation because really we have an opportunity to talk more about Derrick's background, but also some of the special initiatives and projects that he's working on, and really the lens that he brings to the workforce industry. So Derrick, let's jump into the first question. Can you share with us a bit about your background and what was it that led you into a career in workforce development?
Thank you for the question. Great question. So I would say what led me to workforce development was more, I come from a family of service individuals. My father, my late father, he worked here in Washington, D.C. in the Substance Abuse Recovery Network and built a very comprehensive program around individuals that was coming from out of recovery and really making sure that they had the supportive services that they need to make sure that they kind of got their life back on track. If it was through workforce development opportunities, it was through supportive services and the kind of things like that as well. My mother worked for the federal government for 35 years, and I had a host of family members that served in the military as well. So I would say service is a part of my family history. I began my career in workforce development in 1999, working for a national youth and young adult nonprofit here in Washington, D.C. as an outreach worker / career navigator. Really just working with the disconnected and disengaged young adults and teens here in Washington and D.C., assisting them around helping them get connected to educational, vocational, and employment opportunities here in the region as well. So that was my first introduction to workforce before I even knew exactly what was workforce. You know, workforce came later on in my career, but I also had an opportunity to really take that work that I done at that national nonprofit, really catapulted me into the community economic development arena here in the Washington, D.C. area as well, where I had an opportunity to manage and develop a host of programs that really work with families here in Washington, D.C., primarily working with heads of households and really get them to engage in economic opportunities around economic security for them as well. And also the family development program to really strengthen the family, because we all know once you wrap services around the family becomes that much more stronger. So when you have strong families, then you have strong neighborhoods. When you have strong neighborhoods, you have strong communities as well. So that was my introduction into the workforce arena here. And here again, I had an opportunity to do things on the community economic and business development space as well, assisting several thousands of non-profit small businesses here in the city as well, to really get them engaged in the local government ecosystem, to really help them understand how they develop programs, how they can compete for opportunities to really assist the neighborhoods and the communities they was working in, how they can go after funding and them kind of things like that as well. So that was my introduction into workforce. Here again, I started in 1999, and I've just been doing this community economic development work ever since then.
Thank you, Derrick. So I introduced you as the Director of Strategic Partnerships for KRA, but tell our listeners who might not understand what that means, what are your responsibilities in your role, and what do you find most fulfilling about your role?
My role here at KRA as the Director of Strategic Partnerships, I really focus on the growth strategies of the company, really developing and designing growth strategies to really go after clients. So I focus on growth strategies, client acquisition, and also direct our targeted partnership development strategies as well, to really make sure that we are developing strategies to support our career and business and services programs here at KRA. I work closely with Jonathan operations team to really help around the program design as well, to really making sure that we are designing our programs with the end user in mind, meaning the actual participants as well, to really make sure that we have a very comprehensive and robust program to truly help our job seekers get on the path for upward economic mobility.
That's great, Derrick. One of the things you mentioned earlier, I think was really important with your background, your family, how you started in workforce development. You've seen workforce development evolve over the years. Looking back over the most recent years, especially during the pandemic and the impact that it had on the workforce, the economy, there are a number of challenges that have been facing job seekers during that period of time. Fast forward now to the role that you have as a director of strategic partnerships with KRA. What would you say are some of KRA's unique, what is KRA's unique approach really as a selling point as an organization that can really address some of these challenges?
Thank you, Jonathan. That's a great question. As I think about the landscape, and how it has evolved over the years, and the role that KRA plays within this particular landscape as well, I would say the pandemic really revealed that individuals that reside in overlooked and under-resourced communities really need assistance with gaining occupational skills and also education and credentials as well to remain competitive in this global economy. As we all know on this call, and also to our listening audience as well, KRA has been doing that kind of work for more than 3 decades. I apologize, more than 3 decades. If we really just take the approach to really understanding the unique need of the actual area that we operate in. So when we the way that we approach our work is we look at exactly what is the need of the actual area. What can KRA do to actually really come in and train this workforce so they can be competitive in today's global economy? So when we think about how does that look, we first have to really think about how are we really helping these individuals get stackable credentials, and not only stackable credentials, but also get occupational skills training as well, so they can compete. But not only that, from the employer side, we must continue to take a look at the requirements for the jobs that employers are posting as well, and really have some tough conversations with these employers to really get them to understand and take a look at skill-based hiring, stackable credentials, and also looking at workforce experience as well to really help them meet the labor needs that they have within their particular industries as well. So that's what I would say how we tackle today's problem or today's challenge as it relates to the actual labor pool. You really have to stop and really think about exactly what's needed. What's our role within this particular industry right here as well? And what can we do to really continue to help scale up these individuals in these overlooked and under-resourced communities? So not only can they gain livable wages, but they also can change the actual trajectory of their family structure as well. So that's the work that we've been doing here at KRA for more than 3 decades, and that's the work that we will continue to do as we move into the future as well.
So thank you so much. I want to just, if you were giving a pitch to a potential client about KRA, what would you say are one or two of the unique selling points of KRA?
Thank you for that question. So as we are aware, here at KRA, we are a career and business services organization dedicated to connecting talented individuals with great opportunity through innovative solutions and engaging approaches towards assisting customers with overcoming their barriers and achieving their goals of gaining life-sustaining employment opportunities as well. So here at KRA, we have a great track record of assisting residents that resides in urban and also rural communities in achieving upward economic mobility. If you look at the areas that we have operated our programs in over the past 3 decades, you will actually see how we've been able to not only get individuals skilled up and employed, but how we've been able to contribute to the overall economy of that particular area as well. Meaning when you actually help individuals gain employment opportunities, then you help them contribute to the tax base of the actual neighborhood that they reside in. When they contribute to the tax base, that means that the actual area that they reside in becomes more of a livable area where they can actually raise their children in, become better school systems, become better government services, and them kind of things like that as well. So KRA has done a great track record by not only operating in the workforce development space, but also in the community economic development space as well, and have contributed to the overall economy of every area that we have operated in over the past 3 decades.
So Derrick, you've given us a background about your career and workforce from where you started to where you are today. Looking back at, let's say, 1 or 2 programs or initiatives that were really meaningful or impactful in your mind, what would those 1 to 2 programs or initiatives be? And could you share with us?
Wow, great question. Now you're about to really make me jog my memory. You're talking about 25 years of being in the community economic development space. But I will say one of the most proudest initiatives and programs that I've been a part of was actually developing a comprehensive fatherhood program here in the Washington, D.C. area as well. They really work with fathers really around helping them to get skilled up, really around vocational training opportunities, assisting them with child support payment assistance, assisting them with housing vouchers, having the family support groups, the family reunification support system, and also employment opportunities as well. Because getting fathers back involved in their children's lives really played a major part of decreasing all the social ills that family has faced that resides within the actual urban communities as well. So that was one of my most proudest moments, developing that workforce development program, really working directly with fathers to really help them not only get employed, but helping them get skilled up and helping them become better human beings so they can be there for the sake of their children as well, to really make sure that the safety net of the child or the children was a safety net that was a very strong safety net. So the actual social ills that family may have faced, the children as they grew older didn't have to face the same social ills as well. And that was a very dynamic program because it really helped hundreds and hundreds of families, really get on a path of economic upward mobility and really help to change the actual emotional well-being of the child as well in a positive way. So I would say that was one of the most successful programs and one of my most rewarding programs as well. And then I would fast forward to the work that I'm currently doing here at KRA, working directly with our Louisiana project that's for TANF recipients in the northern part of Louisiana. Going into that area right there, when you talk about individuals that's faced with extreme poverty, and really going in and really helping them to understand that it's hope, and it's hope and it's help here. KRA is your hope and your help to really help you get on a path towards upward economic mobility as well. We're really working with that particular program around helping them get skilled up, helping them get trained up, helping them move from off of TANF into life-sustaining wage opportunities and employment opportunities to really help change the trajectory of their family, but also put them on a path of one day becoming successful homeowners within their region, contributing to the overall tax base of that region as well, and also one day being a leader within their communities as well. So I'm very proud of the work that KRA is doing in the northern part of Louisiana, and there's much more work to do down there as well.
There's a saying, may you live in interesting times. We're certainly, I think, living in interesting times in workforce development. I'm curious, Derrick, for you. I mean, looking ahead, what are you most excited about when it comes to the future of workforce development? What gets you excited about the possibilities?
Great question again, Doug. What gets me excited about the conversations that's taking place about our actual returning citizens that's returning home after paying debt to society, and really talking about how we can really help them and assist them in getting back re-engaged into the labor force as well. What excites me about is really developing creative opportunities for our young people as well, because we all know the cliche saying the youth is the future, right? But they are truly our future. So really thinking about how we develop our programming to really meet the needs of our young people, and not only of today's economy, but tomorrow's economy as well. So that's what gets me excited as we think about this work right here as well, and as the work that KRA continues to do to make sure that we are not only preparing today's job seekers for the global economy, but tomorrow's job seekers for the global economy as well. And really just helping them to understand exactly what it takes to break into the marketplace as it relates to employment opportunities as well. Really getting them to understand how the approach that they need to take to really make sure that they are not only looking at the gig economy jobs, but also looking at career sustaining jobs as well that really can give them some real high wages and livable wages that they really can put themselves, and not only themselves, but also their future families as well in positions so they can contribute to the overall economy of the areas that they live in as well. So that's what gets me excited every day. From a business development perspective, I'm always thinking about what's the best return on the investment. So when we think about the work that KRA does and the programs that we've been able to operate here at KRA, the best return on the investment is really making sure that we can measure the skills gains, and we do a phenomenal job here at KRA of doing that, measuring the skill gains of these particular tomorrow's job seekers and also today's job seekers as well, to really make sure when we have a conversation with the employers, that the employers understand that KRA is producing a very skilled, highly skilled workforce and labor pool for you to choose from as well. So the work that we do here with our business services unit, when we go out and engage with the business community, that's always our talking point. That's always the selling point for us. Let the employers know that KRA does a phenomenal job with helping our individuals and helping our participants get skilled up in high demand, high growth sectors, so they can contribute to the overall economy, not here in the United States, but the overall global economy as well.
So Derrick, for our listeners that are interested in learning more about workforce development or potentially pursuing a career in the field, what advice or resources would you recommend? I also want to note you were recently recognized by NADA, the National Association of Workforce Development Professionals, as a membership spotlight. So with that in mind and with your background, what advice, what insight can you provide to those individuals that are entering into the workforce field or emerging within that industry?
Thank you, John, for that great question. The advice I would give them is, one, study the industry or the occupation that you are curious about and you love doing. Study that industry. Learn everything that you can learn about it before actually entering into that marketplace as well. But not only that, once you get there, make sure that you are actually skilling yourself up every step of the way. Once you get in the door, the job is to make sure that you stay inside, right? So the way that you stay inside is making sure that every training opportunity that comes your way, you make sure that you take advantage of it. But not only from the corporate side, but also looking at your own skill sets as well and understanding how you have to continue to your education and train yourself up in today's economy as well, to really make sure that you are tapping into every skill set that you have so you can remain competitive, but not only competitive, but you can thrive within your marketplace as well. So that will be my advice. But also take a hard look at the emerging occupations that's coming online, because the jobs that our parents had 30 years ago are starting to actually dwindle down now. So really take a hard look at the actual emerging occupations that's coming online, and make sure that you align your particular skill sets with them occupations, or even get yourself skilled up within a particular occupations so you can be one of the high sought after employees that these companies are looking for as well. And here again, you always go to KRA.com and visit our website to learn more about us. But you also can take a look at some of the programs that we offer as well and see how KRA can help you within your particular marketplace that you live in, so we can help you get skilled up, highly skilled up, so you can compete in today's economy as well.
Well, Derrick, thank you so much. What a great perspective that you've shared with us today. And I know that our listeners will get a lot out of it. Thank you for being a great guest. And thank you for joining us here on KRA's The Hub. And of course, Jonathan, always great to be with you.
Thank you both.
You too. Thank you, Derrick.
Thank you for listening to KRA's The Hub. Don't forget to subscribe to the podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to podcasts. To learn more about KRA Corporation, visit www.kra.com. Thanks so much for listening, and we'll be back soon with a new episode.